Another reason why I left religion, church, Christianity, and fundamentalism is the church doesn't support queer people. Now, you'll probably be wondering, haven't we heard this before in another previous video? Yes, but we're not going to focus on how the church preaches, teaches, and protests. We're going to focus on how each denomination, what their stance is, and we're going to leave it at that. If you do a simple Google search, list of Christian denominational positions on queer agendas, queer people, and queer rights. Now, I haven't been in most of these churches, so I can't really comment about it. I have been in Baptist, Calvinism, fundamentalism, and some non-denominational. These are my experiences based on the many churches I've been to, as well as interacting with thousands of people who have escaped from different denominations and cults within Catholicism and Protestantism. So why don't we get started talking about Adventism? That's spelled Adventism. So the Seventh-day Adventist Church is opposed to same-sex sexual practices and relationships on the grounds that intimacy belongs only within marital relationships of one man and one woman. So we're going to call that the heterosexual monogamy marriage relationship. That way I don't have to repeat it another 100 times. Now, what about the ancient Church of the East? The ancient Church of the East, also known as ACE, that's funny, is an Eastern Christian denomination branched under the Assyrian Church of the East. So they believe in the traditional monogamous marriage relationship between heterosexual people. What about Anglican communion? So Anglican is very much an English version of the Catholic Church, which is headed by the monarch of England instead of the Pope. And this isn't just in the UK, this is anywhere where Anglican is very popular. So the Church of England, they maintain, according to their statement, that same-sex partnerships are acceptable for laypersons and gay clergy may enter into civil partnership as long as they are expected to give assurances of celibacy. So they can have same-sex relationships, but they can't have sex. Interesting. Baptists. The Southern Baptist Convention, the largest one of the Baptist denominations, and the single largest Protestant group in the U.S., the one I grew up in was more Southern Baptist, they believe homosexuality is a sin. So they basically believe that the heterosexual monogamous marriage you see in a 1950s calendar page is the only way to go. That's not a surprise. The Community of Christ Church officially decided to extend the sacrament of marriage to same-sex couples, where gay marriage is legal, to provide covenant commitment ceremonies to other places where it is not legal. This is only in the United States, Canada, and Australia. The Eastern Orthodox Church. They hold the opinion that sexuality as we understand it is part of the fallen world only. They believe celibacy is the ideal path of exclusive concern for the kingdom of God. They believe marriage is the reflection of the covenant between God and man. They have maintained non-legalistic view of sin, in which same-sex is spiritually disordered. They don't promote judgment of people, but judgment of actions. So they do not support anything but traditional heterosexual unions. Jehovah's Witnesses consider same-sex sexual activity to be sinful, but recognize that some people may be prone to this lifestyle, including members of their congregation. Members are required to abstain from any sexual behavior outside of marriage, no matter your orientation. The Church of Latter-day Saints, known as the Mormons, they are the largest denomination of the LDS Church. They teach that God does not approve of same-sex marriage. Members of the church who do experience attraction toward the same sex can remain in good standing at the church if they are abstinent. Lutherans, their policies state that queer individuals are welcome and encouraged to become members. They do use inclusive language which are suitable and welcoming to queer individuals. They are very inclusive. They did vote in 2005 against a measure that would have allowed non-celibate gay ordination of people in positions of authority. They do not permit same-sex marriage nor ordain any non-heterosexual